Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I hope you guys have been having a great day today. It's been a little bit of a trying week for me, but I'm okay. God is still good in it all. So, um, you pray and praise your way through it all. Anyway, I was just getting in from Bible study, but um doing my reading and on my Bible apps and excuse me, I've been having some issues with my throat too. So, but Bible apps and reading the Word, and I came across, of course, the story of Hannah and Peninnah. Lord, I hope I'm saying it right. I can't ever say it right, so don't y'all judge me on that. They were two wives of Elkanah, and Hannah couldn't have kids, but Peninnah would always taunt her, pretty much, just you can't have kids. You know how people do when they are just, I got what you want type thing. And she would mess with her and taunt her, and she'd be every year, asking God and dang near crying so and worshiping, praising God to the point that people thought she was drunk. They thought she was drunk, you know, and she wasn't. She was just hurt, you know. And just imagine how it feels that when you feel like you've done everything right, you've done everything, you've talked to God, you've gone to Him about the same thing over and over again. And it's kind of like, Lord, what am I doing wrong? The reason that you haven't blessed me with what I asked you for. And then sometimes, when you're in a difficult situation, despite, your persistent prayers and, you feel like it's not going to get any better. Oh, but it does get better. It does get better. And, sometimes you just have to continue to pray and wait, even though it might seem like forever. Forever and ever and ever. You know what I mean? Abraham, he was old when he finally got his child. So sometimes we stress and worry about things, and we have to overcome our worries, with our prayer and praise and worship. And God knows your pain. And I'm sure sometimes in His silence, it can be perceived as Him, just kind of, not being attentive, or just a lack of involvement. Maybe, and you may feel like He doesn't hear you, or He's. But He does. I assure you He does. And sometimes God will make you wait or hold out until He gets you to the point of giving back that very thing that you've asked for. And then in this case, it was Hannah. Hannah made the vow. She had told God, hey, if you open up my womb, I'll give him back to you. You know. And, he had a plan for him, for her son. And it was a special plan for him, to be a prophet. And, Hannah made the vow that she would do it, and he had to get her to that place of her pain that she would actually be able to really do it. Sometimes just out on a whim, just thinking God is going to give us something right away, we start making all these promises and false promises. Lord, if you stop this, I won't do it anymore. Lord, if you do this, I won't do it anymore. I promise I'll do this and do that. Knowing that God already knows that you're going to go back and do the same thing that you said you weren't going to do in the first place. So he had to get her to a point to where he knew without a shadow of doubt she was going to keep her vow and keep her word and say, hey, I don't care how long it took him to give me this child, I'm going to make sure I give him back to him, and had to, so sometimes, God has to do these things for us, and just kind of just so we can, he has a way of getting our attention. I'll say that. And having our focus getting back to him. Not saying that her focus was off of him, because it was not. I don't that was not the case, with Hannah, because she talked to God. She was practically begging God to give her a child. Practically begging. And God delivered in his timing, and that's our problem. We don't like to wait. We want things like popcorn. I heard a pastor once before say, we like this popcorn religion or this popcorn prayers where we want it right now, right then and there. Whenever we ask God for it, we expect him to give it to us right then and there. And that's not how that works. And he's not going to give it to you, especially if you're not ready for it. And I don't know about you, but I don't want him giving me nothing that I know I'm not ready for. I know I can't handle it, or he knows that I can't handle it because he knows what's best. He knows what's best, and anyway, back to Hannah. She kept her word. And because she kept her word and gave her baby back to him, God blessed her with 5 more kids. 5. So you go from not being able to have one, and when you do have one, because you were obedient to God, he blessed you with 5 more. So she had her whole starting team, pretty much. So, if there's something pretty much in specific that you're asking God for or that you're worried about, go to him sincerely, give it up and give it back to him. Oftentimes, God is waiting for us to just trust him before he makes it, and just gives us whatever it is that we're asking for. It is important for him to fulfill his purpose and plan in your life